Have you ever wondered why, despite all your efforts, you still feel stuck in the same place? Imagine if the habits holding you back could be identified and released, leading you to a life of true peace and fulfillment. As the Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." By understanding and letting go of the habits that no longer serve you, you can transform your life and become the person you were meant to be. Today, we're not talking about adding more to your life, but about letting go. Letting go of the 10 habits that are quietly sabotaging your growth. Are you ready to discover what's really holding you back from becoming your best self? 1. Trying to please everyone or people-pleasing. In Buddhism, being true to yourself is key to finding inner peace. Trying to please everyone is exhausting and impossible. It leads to stress and self-neglect. This habit often comes from a desire to be liked or accepted, but it can make you lose sight of your own values and happiness. You might say yes when you mean no, or go against your true feelings just to avoid conflict or disappointment. Over time, this can leave you feeling disconnected and unfulfilled. Buddhism teaches that real fulfillment comes from living authentically, making choices that align with your own principles. Remember, you can't control how others see you, but you can control how you live. By letting go of the need to please everyone, you free yourself to live a more genuine, peaceful life, rooted in your own truth. 2. Overthinking. Overthinking is a habit that can trap you in a cycle of worry and doubt, making it hard to enjoy the present moment. In Buddhism, mindfulness is emphasized as a way to quiet the mind and focus on what's happening right now. When you overthink, you create unnecessary stress by constantly analyzing and worrying about things that might never happen. This mental clutter clouds your judgment and prevents you from experiencing peace. Buddhism teaches us to let go of the need to control everything and instead trust in the natural flow of life. By practicing mindfulness and being present, you can break free from the grip of overthinking. Remember, peace comes from within, not from solving every problem, but from accepting things as they are. 3. Constantly worrying. Constantly worrying is like carrying a heavy burden that weighs you down. In Buddhism, worry is seen as a form of mental suffering that pulls you away from the present moment. When you're always anxious about what might happen, you drain your energy and miss out on the beauty of life as it unfolds. Worrying doesn't change the future. It only robs you of peace in the present. Buddhism teaches that by practicing mindfulness and accepting things as they are, you can free yourself from the cycle of worry. Focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. By releasing constant worry, you create space for peace and contentment in your life. 4. Self-doubt. Self-doubt is like a barrier that keeps you from reaching your full potential. In Buddhism, confidence and self-trust are essential for personal growth. When you constantly question your abilities or worth, you limit yourself and miss out on opportunities for growth. Self-doubt often stems from fear of failure, judgment, or the unknown, but it only holds you back from living authentically. Buddhism encourages us to develop faith in ourselves and our inner wisdom. By letting go of self-doubt and embracing confidence, you open yourself to new possibilities and growth. Remember, you are more capable than you think, and believing in yourself is the first step toward achieving your goals. 5. Negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is one of the most destructive habits we can have, and it often goes unnoticed because it happens quietly within our own minds. It's that inner voice that criticizes, doubts, and belittles us. You might recognize it as the voice that tells you you're not good enough, you'll never succeed, or why even try. This kind of self-talk erodes your confidence, drains your energy, and holds you back from reaching your full potential. In Buddhism, there's a strong emphasis on the power of right speech. which not only applies to how we communicate with others, but also to how we communicate with ourselves. Your thoughts are incredibly powerful. The way you talk to yourself shapes your beliefs, actions, and ultimately your reality. If you constantly feed your mind with negative thoughts, you start to believe them, and they begin to manifest in your life. For example, if you repeatedly tell yourself that you're not smart enough, you may stop trying to learn new things or take on challenges, leading to a self-fulfilling prophecy. Buddhism teaches us the importance of cultivating a compassionate and kind inner dialogue. Just as you wouldn't speak harshly to a friend who is struggling, you should avoid being harsh with yourself. One way to break the cycle of negative self-talk is through mindfulness. By becoming aware of these negative thoughts as they arise, you can challenge them and replace them with positive affirmations. For example, instead of saying, "I'm a failure," you could say, "I'm learning and growing, and that's what matters." It's about shifting your perspective from one of harsh judgment to one of self-compassion and understanding. Another key aspect of Buddhist practice is the concept of loving kindness, or metta. This practice encourages us to extend kindness not only to others, but also to ourselves. By regularly practicing loving kindness meditation, where you send thoughts of goodwill and compassion to yourself and others, you can gradually transform the way you speak to yourself. Over time, this can lead to a more positive and nurturing inner dialogue, which supports your well-being and personal growth. Letting go of negative self-talk doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent practice, you can begin to rewire your mind. Start by recognizing when you're being unkind to yourself. Pause, take a deep breath, and consciously choose to speak to yourself in a more supportive and encouraging way. Over time, this shift in self-talk can lead to greater confidence, resilience, and a stronger sense of self-worth. Remember, the journey to becoming your best self begins with how you treat yourself in your own mind. It's also important to understand that negative self-talk is often rooted in past experiences, such as childhood criticism, societal expectations, or even failures that have stuck with us. These experiences can create deep-seated beliefs that we carry into adulthood, making it difficult to see ourselves in a positive light. However, Buddhism teaches that we are not bound by our past. The concept of anatta, or no self, reminds us that our identity is not fixed. We are constantly changing and evolving, which means we have the power to reshape our thoughts and beliefs. As you work to overcome negative self-talk, it can be helpful to surround yourself with positive influences, people who uplift you, books that inspire you, and environments that foster growth. Engage in practices that reinforce your self-worth, such as journaling about your achievements, setting realistic goals, and celebrating small victories. These actions not only counteract negative self-talk, but also build a foundation of self-respect and inner strength. Another powerful tool is meditation. Regular meditation practice allows you to observe your thoughts without attachment. You learn to recognize that thoughts are just thoughts, not necessarily truths. This awareness creates space between you and your negative self-talk, giving you the freedom to choose how you respond to it. With time, meditation can help you develop a calm and clear mind, where positive, constructive thoughts naturally replace the negative ones. It's also crucial to practice patience with yourself. Changing deeply ingrained habits like negative self-talk takes time and effort. There will be setbacks, and that's okay. What matters is your commitment to the process. Each time you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk and choose to shift towards positivity, you're making progress. Over time, these small shifts add up, leading to a profound transformation in how you view yourself and the world around you. 6. Procrastination. Procrastination is often called the silent dream killer because it quietly but steadily robs us of our potential. It's the habit of delaying important tasks, avoiding what we know we should do, and putting off our goals for some undefined later. This habit can be incredibly damaging as it prevents us from taking action and making progress in our lives. In Buddhism, the concept of right effort is emphasized, which means putting in the necessary work to achieve our goals and maintain a balanced, purposeful life. Procrastination is the opposite of right effort. It's the avoidance of action, often fueled by fear, doubt, or a desire for comfort. One of the reasons procrastination is so dangerous is that it's deceptive. It often feels harmless in the moment. You might think, but in reality, each time you procrastinate, you're creating a habit of avoidance that becomes harder to break over time. This leads to missed opportunities, unfulfilled potential, and a growing sense of frustration and guilt. The tasks you put off don't go away. They linger in the back of your mind, causing stress and anxiety, which only makes it harder to get started. Buddhism teaches that the root of procrastination often lies in our attachment to comfort and our aversion to discomfort. We tend to delay tasks that seem difficult, unpleasant, or overwhelming, preferring to stay within our comfort zone. However, growth and progress require us to step out of that comfort zone and face challenges head-on. The Buddha encouraged his followers to practice viriya, or diligent effort, which involves putting forth energy and perseverance in all aspects of life. By cultivating this quality, we can overcome procrastination and move forward with purpose and determination. One way to combat procrastination is through mindfulness. By being fully present and aware of our thoughts and actions, we can catch ourselves in the act of procrastinating and make a conscious choice to change our behavior. For example, if you notice that you're spending hours scrolling through social media instead of working on an important project, mindfulness can help you recognize this distraction and redirect your focus to what truly matters. It's about taking responsibility for your time and making intentional decisions that align with your goals. Another powerful strategy is to break tasks down into smaller, manageable steps. Often, we procrastinate because a task feels too big or overwhelming. By dividing it into smaller parts, you can make it less intimidating and easier to start. Each small step you complete builds momentum, making it easier to keep going. This approach is also aligned with the Buddhist principle of right action, which involves taking consistent, purposeful steps towards your goals rather than waiting for the perfect moment to begin. It's also important to examine the underlying causes of your procrastination. Are you afraid of failure? Do you doubt your abilities? Are you overwhelmed by the task at hand? By addressing these root causes, you can develop strategies to overcome them. For instance, if fear of failure is holding you back, remind yourself that mistakes are part of the learning process and that every attempt brings you closer to success. If self-doubt is an issue, practice self-compassion and focus on your past achievements to boost your confidence. Procrastination can also be countered by creating a supportive environment. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to take action and hold you accountable. Eliminate distractions that tempt you to procrastinate, such as turning off notifications on your phone or setting up a dedicated workspace. Additionally, setting clear deadlines and rewarding yourself for completing tasks can provide motivation and a sense of accomplishment. Another aspect of overcoming procrastination is accepting that some discomfort is inevitable. Whether it's the discomfort of starting a difficult task, facing uncertainty, or pushing through fatigue, it's a natural part of the process. Buddhism teaches us to embrace discomfort as an opportunity for growth. When you stop resisting discomfort and start accepting it, you build resilience and mental strength. Over time, tasks that once seemed daunting become more manageable, and the habit of procrastination loses its grip on you. Practicing gratitude can shift your perspective on tasks. Instead of viewing them as burdens, see them as opportunities to grow, learn, and contribute. Gratitude helps you appreciate the chance to work on something meaningful, no matter how challenging it may be. This positive mindset can make it easier to take action and stay committed to your goals. Procrastination is a habit that can sabotage your success and prevent you from living your best life. 7. Comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is one of the most common yet harmful habits that can undermine your happiness and self-worth. In today's world, where social media constantly showcases the highlights of other people's lives, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. You might find yourself looking at someone else's success, appearance, relationships, or lifestyle, and feeling inadequate or unfulfilled as a result. This habit of comparing yourself to others can lead to feelings of envy, jealousy, and low self-esteem, ultimately preventing you from appreciating your own unique journey. Buddhism teaches the importance of mudita, or sympathetic joy, which means taking genuine pleasure in the happiness and success of others. Rather than viewing someone else's achievements as a threat or a reason to feel inferior, mudita encourages you to celebrate their success and be. The key is to shift your focus away from what others are doing and towards your own path, recognizing that each person's journey is different. When you constantly compare yourself to others, you lose sight of your own strengths, accomplishments, and progress. You may start to believe that you're not good enough or that you're falling behind, which can lead to a sense of frustration and dissatisfaction. However, the truth is that comparison is an illusion. Everyone has their own struggles, challenges, and insecurities, even if they're not visible on the surface. What you see in others is only a snapshot, not the full picture. Buddhism teaches that suffering often arises from attachment to ideas, expectations, and outcomes. When you compare yourself to others, you become attached to a false idea of what your life should look like based on someone else's circumstances. This attachment creates unnecessary suffering because it distracts you from your own journey and prevents you from finding contentment in the present moment. The practice of non-attachment, or upekkha, helps you let go of these comparisons and focus on your own growth and well-being. One way to overcome the habit of comparison is through mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, you become more aware of your thoughts and can catch yourself in the act of comparing. Instead of letting these comparisons control you, you can choose to redirect your focus to something more positive and productive. For example, when you notice yourself comparing your career to someone else's, take a moment to reflect on your own achievements and the progress you've made. This shift in perspective helps you appreciate your unique path and the value it brings to your life. Another powerful practice is cultivating gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, helping you appreciate the blessings and opportunities in your life. When you're grateful for your own experiences, talents, and relationships, you're less likely to compare yourself to others. Start a daily gratitude practice by listing a few things you're thankful for each day. This simple habit can have a profound impact on your mindset and help you break free from the cycle of comparison. It's also important to remember that everyone's journey is different. We all have our own timelines, challenges, and goals. Just because someone else is ahead in one area doesn't mean you're behind. Your path is unique to you, and it's shaped by your own experiences, choices, and values. When you focus on your own growth and progress, you free yourself from the pressure to keep up with others. Buddhism encourages us to embrace our individuality and to honor our own journey without judgment or comparison. A useful analogy is to think of life as a garden. Each person's garden is different, with its own flowers, plants and growth patterns. Some gardens may bloom early, while others take more time to develop. But each garden is beautiful in its own way, and comparing one to another doesn't make sense because they're all unique. In the same way, comparing yourself to others is like comparing. However, this is an illusion. Just as success is not permanent, neither is failure. By understanding the transient nature of all experiences, we can begin to see failure as a temporary state, one that offers valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. Buddhism also teaches the importance of right view, which is the ability to see things as they truly are, without distortion or bias. When we fear failure, we often magnify the potential consequences in our minds, imagining worst-case scenarios that may never happen. This distorted view can lead to paralysis, preventing us from taking the necessary risks to achieve our goals. Practicing right view helps us see failure in a more balanced way, acknowledging that while it may be difficult, it is not the end of the world. In fact, failure can be a stepping stone to greater success, offering insights and experiences that success alone cannot provide. One of the reasons fear of failure is so powerful is that it's often tied to our sense of identity. We may believe that if we fail, it means we are unworthy, inadequate, or incapable. This is where the Buddhist concept of anatta, or no self, becomes particularly relevant. Anatta teaches that our identity is not fixed or permanent, it is fluid and ever-changing. Who we are is not defined by our successes or failures, but by our actions, intentions, and how we respond to the challenges we face. When we internalize this teaching, we can begin to let go of the rigid labels we place on ourselves and embrace a more flexible, compassionate view of who we are. Another key teaching in Buddhism is the idea of right effort, which encourages us to take consistent, mindful action towards our goals, regardless of the outcome. Fear of failure often leads us to procrastinate, avoid challenges, or give up prematurely. But right effort teaches us to focus on the process rather than the result, to do our best in each moment without becoming attached to the outcome. This mindset frees us from the paralyzing grip of fear and allows us to move forward with courage and determination. It's not about being perfect, it's about making steady progress and learning from each step along the way. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for overcoming the fear of failure. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our fears without becoming overwhelmed by them. We learn to recognize the thoughts and emotions that arise when we anticipate failure, and we can gently redirect our focus to the present moment. Mindfulness helps us stay grounded, reducing the anxiety that comes from worrying about the future. Instead of being consumed by what might go wrong, we can concentrate on what we can do right now to move forward. This shift in focus not only reduces fear, but also enhances our ability to take effective action. It's also important to understand that failure is an essential part of the learning process. In Buddhism, there is a concept known as Shoshin, or beginner's mind, which encourages us to approach every experience with an open, curious attitude, free from preconceived notions or judgments. When we adopt a beginner's mind, we see failure not as something to be feared, but as a natural part of growth and discovery. Every time we fail, we gain new insights, skills, and understanding that help us improve. In this way, failure becomes a valuable teacher, guiding us towards greater wisdom and success. Self-compassion is another crucial aspect of overcoming the fear of failure. Often our fear is intensified by harsh self-criticism and unrealistic expectations. We may hold ourselves to impossible standards, believing that anything less than perfection is unacceptable. Buddhism teaches us to practice metta, or loving kindness, towards ourselves. This means treating ourselves with the same kindness, understanding, and forgiveness that we would offer to a close friend. 9. Dwelling on the past. The trap of yesterday. Dwelling on the past is a habit that can trap you in a cycle of regret, guilt, and sadness, preventing you from living fully in the present. It's easy to get caught up in memories of what could have been, mistakes you've made, or opportunities you've missed. These thoughts can weigh heavily on your mind, pulling you away from the here and now, and keeping you stuck in a state of suffering. In Buddhism, there's a strong emphasis on the importance of living in the present moment, as it is the only reality we truly have. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain, but the present is where life unfolds. By dwelling on the past, you lose sight of this truth and miss out on the beauty and potential of the present moment. One of the core teachings of Buddhism is the concept of dukkha, which is often translated as suffering or dissatisfaction. Dukkha arises when we cling to things that are impermanent, such as past experiences, emotions, or identities. When you dwell on the past, you are essentially clinging to something that no longer exists, creating unnecessary suffering in the process. Whether it's holding on to a painful memory, reliving a past mistake, or longing for a time when things were different, this attachment keeps you locked in a state of dukkha. The more you dwell on the past, the more you reinforce these feelings of regret, guilt, or loss, making it harder to move forward. Buddhism teaches that one of the key practices for overcoming this attachment is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present and aware of your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings without judgment. When you practice mindfulness, you can observe your thoughts about the past without getting caught up in them. Instead of allowing these thoughts to dominate your mind, you can acknowledge them, let them go, and gently bring your focus back to the present moment. This practice helps you break the cycle of dwelling on the past and frees you to experience life as it is happening right now. Another important teaching in Buddhism is the principle of anicca, or impermanence. Everything in life is constantly changing, and nothing remains the same forever. This includes your past experiences, emotions, and even your identity. By understanding and accepting the impermanent nature of all things, you can begin to let go of your attachment to the past. The events that happened yesterday are gone. They no longer have power over you unless you give them power. By embracing impermanence, you can release the grip of the past and open yourself to the possibilities of the present and future. Forgiveness is also a crucial element in overcoming the habit of dwelling on the past. Often, our attachment to the past is tied to unresolved emotions, such as anger, resentment, or guilt. You may find yourself replaying old arguments, regretting decisions, or blaming yourself or others for what happened. Buddhism teaches that forgiveness is a path to liberation. By forgiving yourself and others, you release the emotional burden that keeps you anchored in the past. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or condoning what happened. It means accepting it, letting go of the pain, and choosing to move forward with compassion and understanding. It's also essential to recognize that the past is not who you are. It is simply a collection of experiences that have shaped your journey. Buddhism emphasizes the concept of anatta, or no self, which teaches that your identity is not fixed or permanent. You are not defined by your past mistakes, successes, or failures. You are a dynamic, evolving being, constantly changing and growing. By letting go of the past, you allow yourself to embrace your true nature, which is free, open, and full of potential. Another powerful tool for releasing the past is the practice of gratitude. When you focus on what you have now, rather than what you lost or what might have been, you shift your perspective from lack to abundance. Gratitude helps you appreciate the present moment and all the opportunities it offers. By regularly practicing gratitude, you can train your mind to see the positives in your life rather than being stuck in a cycle of regret and longing for the past. This shift in focus can help you let go of the past and move forward with a sense of peace and contentment. Reflection, too, plays an important role in letting go of the past. Buddhism encourages us to learn from our experiences without becoming attached to them. Reflecting on the past can be a valuable practice if done mindfully and with the right intention. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, you can reflect on what you learned and how you've grown from those experiences. This type of reflection allows you to integrate the lessons of the past without being defined by them. It's about using the past as a guide, not as a prison. 10. Neglecting your body and mind. Neglecting your body and mind is a habit that can have profound and far-reaching consequences on every aspect of your life. In Buddhism, the concept of right effort is central to maintaining a balanced, healthy, and harmonious life. Right effort means putting forth the necessary work to cultivate both physical and mental well-being, recognizing that the two are deeply interconnected. When you neglect your body, your mind suffers, and when you neglect your mind, your body suffers. This cycle of neglect can lead to physical illness, mental stress, emotional imbalance, and a sense of overall dissatisfaction. To become your best self, it is essential to break free from this habit and nurture both your body and mind with care, respect, and mindfulness. The body is the vessel through which we experience life. It allows us to move, to feel, and to engage with the world around us. Yet, in the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to take our bodies for granted. We may skip meals, eat unhealthy foods, avoid exercise, or push ourselves to the point of exhaustion, all in the name of getting things done. Over time, this neglect can lead to chronic health problems, fatigue, and a diminished quality of life. Buddhism teaches that the body should be treated with reverence and care, as it is the vehicle that supports our spiritual practice and allows us to fulfill our responsibilities in the world. One of the key teachings in Buddhism related to the care of the body is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present and aware of our actions, thoughts, and sensations. When applied to the body, mindfulness encourages us to listen to our bodies, to notice when we are tired, hungry, or in need of rest. It also helps us to make conscious choices about what we eat, how we move, and how we care for our physical health. By practicing mindfulness, we can develop a deeper connection with our bodies, recognizing the signals it gives us and responding with kindness and care. Physical health is not just about avoiding illness, it's about thriving. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and proper hydration are all essential components of maintaining a healthy body. In Buddhism, the principle of right livelihood can be extended to how we treat our bodies. Just as we seek to live ethically and purposefully in our work, we should also approach our physical well-being with intention and respect. Exercise, for example, is not just about building strength or losing weight. It's about honoring the body's need for movement, energy, and vitality. Whether it's through yoga, walking, swimming, or any other form of exercise, regular physical activity helps to keep the body strong, flexible, and resilient, allowing us to face life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. Nutrition is another critical aspect of caring for the body. The Buddha emphasized the importance of moderation and mindful eating, encouraging his followers to consume food that nourishes both the body and the mind. When we neglect our diet, we not only harm our physical health, but also our mental clarity and emotional stability. Processed foods, excessive sugar, and overeating can lead to lethargy, mood swings, and a lack of focus. While a diet rich in whole, natural foods provides the energy and nutrients needed for optimal health. By making mindful choices about what we eat, we can support our physical and mental well-being, enhancing our ability to live with purpose and awareness. Equally important to caring for the body is the practice of self-compassion. Many people neglect their bodies because they are driven by unrealistic expectations, perfectionism, or a desire to please others. They may push themselves too hard, ignore the need for rest, or engage in harmful behaviors to meet societal standards of beauty or success. Buddhism teaches that true self-care begins with self-compassion, treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a loved one. This means listening to our bodies, honoring our limits, and giving ourselves permission to rest and recharge when needed. By practicing self-compassion, we can break the cycle of neglect and create a more balanced and fulfilling relationship with our bodies. While the body is essential, the mind is equally important. The mind is the source of our thoughts, emotions, and perceptions, shaping how we experience the world. When we neglect our mental health, we become vulnerable to stress, anxiety, depression, and a host of other challenges that can undermine our well-being. Buddhism places great emphasis on the cultivation of a healthy mind, encouraging practices that promote mental clarity, emotional balance, and inner peace. Meditation, for example, is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, offering a powerful tool for calming the mind, reducing stress, and gaining insight into the nature of our thoughts and emotions. Meditation allows us to observe the mind without judgment, creating space between our thoughts and our reactions. This practice helps us to develop greater self-awareness, emotional resilience, and a sense of inner calm. By taking time each day to meditate, we can clear away the mental clutter that often overwhelms us, allowing us to approach life's challenges with greater clarity and equanimity. Whether it's a simple breathing exercise, a guided visualization, or a more formal meditation practice, the benefits of meditation are profound and far-reaching, supporting both mental and physical health. Another essential aspect of mental well-being is the cultivation of positive thinking. Buddhism teaches the importance of right thought, which involves cultivating thoughts that are kind, compassionate, and constructive. Negative thinking, such as self-criticism, worry, or fear, can be incredibly damaging, leading to stress, anxiety, and a diminished sense of self-worth. By practicing mindfulness and self-compassion, we can challenge negative thoughts and replace them with more positive, empowering ones. This shift in mindset not only improves mental health, but also enhances our overall quality of life, allowing us to approach each day with optimism, confidence, and a sense of purpose. In addition to meditation and positive thinking, another key practice for mental well-being is lifelong learning. The mind, like the body, needs regular stimulation and nourishment to stay healthy and vibrant. Engaging in activities that challenge the mind, such as reading, learning new skills, or exploring creative pursuits, helps to keep the mind sharp and engaged. Buddhism encourages continuous learning and growth, recognizing that the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom is a lifelong journey. By nurturing our intellectual curiosity and seeking out new experiences, we can keep our minds active and open, ready to embrace new ideas and perspectives. Stress management is also a crucial component of mental health. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the demands of work, family, and daily responsibilities. Chronic stress can take a serious toll on both the body and mind, leading to burnout, fatigue, and a host of physical and mental health issues. Buddhism offers valuable insights into managing stress, encouraging practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and deep breathing to calm the mind and reduce tension. Additionally, the principle of right effort reminds us to find balance in our lives, setting realistic goals and taking time for rest and rejuvenation. By prioritizing self-care and stress management, we can protect our mental health and maintain a sense of inner peace, even in the face of life's challenges. The connection between the body and mind is profound. When we neglect one, the other inevitably suffers. Conversely, when we care for both, we create a strong foundation for a life of balance, fulfillment, and well-being. In Buddhism, this holistic approach to health is emphasized through the concept of right effort, which involves taking consistent, mindful actions to nurture both the body and mind. By adopting this approach, we can break free from the habit of neglect and create a lifestyle that supports our physical, mental, and spiritual growth. Neglecting your body and mind is a habit that can prevent you from living your best life. However, by applying Buddhist principles such as mindfulness, self-compassion, right effort, and lifelong learning, you can cultivate a balanced and harmonious relationship with both your body and mind. Remember that your body and mind are interconnected, and caring for one enhances the well-being of the other. By making conscious, intentional choices to nurture your physical and mental health, you create a foundation for a life of vitality, clarity, and inner peace. The journey to becoming your best self begins with honoring and caring for the body and mind that carry you through this life. 11th, quit neglecting your body and mind. Neglecting your body when applied to the body, mindfulness encourages you to listen to your body, to notice when you are tired, hungry, or in need of rest. It also helps you make conscious choices about what you eat, how you move, and how you care for your physical health. By practicing mindfulness, you can develop a deeper connection with your body, recognizing the signals it gives you, and responding with kindness and care. Physical health is not just about avoiding illness, it's about thriving. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and proper hydration are all essential components of maintaining a healthy body. In Buddhism, the principle of right livelihood can be extended to how you treat your body. Just as you seek to live ethically and purposefully in your work, you should also approach your physical well-being with intention and respect. Exercise, for example, is not just about building strength or losing weight. It's about honoring the body's need for movement, energy, and vitality. Whether it's through yoga, walking, swimming, or any other form of exercise, regular physical activity helps to keep the body strong, flexible, and resilient, allowing you to face life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. Nutrition is another critical aspect of caring for the body. The Buddha emphasized the importance of moderation and mindful eating, encouraging his followers to consume food that nourishes both the body and the mind. When you neglect your diet, you not only harm your physical health, but also your mental clarity and emotional stability. Processed foods, excessive sugar, and overeating can lead to lethargy, mood swings, and a lack of focus. While a diet rich in whole, natural foods provides the energy and nutrients needed for optimal health. By making mindful choices about what you eat, you can support your physical and mental well-being, enhancing your ability to live with purpose and awareness. While the body is essential, the mind is equally important. The mind is the source of your thoughts, emotions, and perceptions, shaping how you experience the world. When you neglect your mental health, you become vulnerable to stress, anxiety, depression, and a host of other challenges that can undermine your well-being. Buddhism places great emphasis on the cultivation of a healthy mind, encouraging practices that promote mental clarity, emotional balance, and inner peace. Meditation, for example, is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, offering a powerful tool for calming the mind, reducing stress, and gaining insight into the nature of your thoughts and emotions. Meditation allows you to observe the mind without judgment, creating space between your thoughts and your reactions. This practice helps you develop greater self-awareness, emotional resilience, and a sense of inner calm. By taking time each day to meditate, you can clear away the mental clutter that often overwhelms you, allowing you to approach life's challenges with greater clarity and equanimity. Whether it's a simple breathing exercise, a guided visualization, or a more formal meditation practice, the benefits of meditation are profound and far-reaching, supporting both mental and physical health. Another essential aspect of mental well-being is the cultivation of positive thinking. Buddhism teaches the importance of right thought, which involves cultivating thoughts that are kind, compassionate, and constructive. Negative thinking, such as self-criticism, worry, or fear, can be incredibly damaging, leading to stress, anxiety, and a diminished sense of self-worth. By practicing mindfulness and self-compassion, you can challenge negative thoughts and replace them with more positive, empowering ones. This shift in mindset not only improves mental health, but also enhances your overall quality of life, allowing you to approach each day with optimism, confidence, and a sense of purpose. Stress management is also a crucial component of mental health. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the demands of work, family, and daily responsibilities. Chronic stress can take a serious toll on both the body and mind, leading to burnout, fatigue, and a host of physical and mental health issues. Buddhism offers valuable insights into managing stress, encouraging practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and deep breathing to calm the mind and reduce tension. Additionally, the principle of right effort reminds us to find balance in our lives, setting realistic goals and taking time for rest and rejuvenation. By prioritizing self-care and stress management, you can protect your mental health and maintain a sense of inner peace, even in the face of life's challenges. The connection between the body and mind is profound. When you neglect one, the other inevitably suffers. On the other hand, when you take care of both, you build a strong foundation for a life filled with balance, fulfillment, and well-being. In Buddhism, this complete approach to health is highlighted through the concept of right effort, which means taking consistent and mindful actions to nurture both the body and mind. By following this approach, you can break free from the habit of neglect and create a way of life that supports your physical, mental, and spiritual growth. Ignoring your body and mind is a habit that can stop you from living your best life. But by applying Buddhist principles like mindfulness, self-compassion, right effort, and continuous learning, you can develop a balanced and peaceful connection with both. Always remember that your body and mind are deeply connected, and taking care of one improves the well-being of the other. By making thoughtful and intentional choices to care for your physical and mental health, you lay the groundwork for a life filled with vitality, clarity, and inner peace. The path to becoming your best self starts with respecting and caring for the body and mind that support you every day. These 7 harmful habits, complaining, holding grudges, comparing yourself to others, overthinking, neglecting your body and mind, chasing material things, and fearing change, stand in the way of becoming the best version of yourself. By letting go of these habits and embracing Buddhist teachings, you can discover inner peace, contentment, and true happiness. Remember, self-improvement isn't about adding more, but about releasing what holds you back. Thank you for watching. If you found this video valuable, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on living your best life, guided by timeless wisdom. As we go through life, it's easy to develop habits that limit us, cloud our minds, and reduce our potential. Whether it's the urge to please everyone, the constant worry that keeps us stuck, or the neglect of our body and mind, these habits can slowly take away our sense of peace, purpose, and well-being. However, Buddhism teaches us that we are not trapped by these habits. We have the ability to transform our lives by letting go of what no longer helps us and following a path of mindfulness, compassion, and inner strength. Imagine a life where you are free from the need for outside approval, where your mind is clear, your body is strong, and your spirit is at peace. This life is not some distant dream, but a reality that can be reached by making mindful choices every day. By letting go of the habits that hold you back, whether it's overthinking, self-doubt, procrastination, or dwelling on the past, you free yourself to fully live in the present, experience the richness of life as it unfolds, and connect with the deeper truths that bring lasting happiness. The journey to becoming your best self is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about recognizing the habits that no longer serve you and replacing them with actions that align with your true nature. It's about caring for both your body and mind, understanding that they are deeply connected, and knowing that taking care of one improves the well-being of the other. It's about creating a sense of balance where you are guided not by fear or outside pressures, but by your own values, intentions, and inner wisdom. Buddhism teaches that true freedom comes from within. It is the freedom to let go of the past, release the need for control, and embrace the present moment with an open heart and a clear mind. This freedom is available to all of us, but it requires effort, dedication, and a willingness to change. As you continue on your journey, remember that every small step you take toward letting go of these habits is a step toward greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. Life is a precious gift, and each day is an opportunity to grow, learn, and become more of who you are meant to be. By letting go of these bad habits, you're not just removing obstacles. You're making space for something new, something beautiful and transformative. You are making space for a life that aligns with your highest values, a life filled with purpose, clarity, and inner peace. So, as you think about these 10 habits, ask yourself, what can I let go of today? What new habits can I develop that will bring me closer to the life I truly desire? The answers to these questions are already within you, waiting to be discovered. Trust yourself, trust the process, and know that with every mindful choice, you are moving closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Always remember, this journey is not a race, but a process. Each day brings a fresh chance to practice, grow, and make choices that align with your highest self. Don't be discouraged by setbacks or challenges. They are simply part of the path. What matters most is your commitment to keep moving forward, to keep learning, and to keep striving for a life of balance and harmony. By letting go of these harmful habits, you are embracing a life of greater awareness, where each action is intentional, each thought is mindful, and each moment is fully lived. You are choosing to live with integrity, to care for your body, to nourish your mind, and to cultivate a heart that is open and compassionate. This is the path to true freedom, lasting happiness, and a life that feels deeply fulfilling. As you walk this path, remember that you are not alone. The wisdom of Buddhism, the support of like-minded individuals, and the strength within you will guide you. Every step forward is proof of your courage, resilience, and dedication to becoming the best version of yourself. Celebrate every victory, no matter how small, and be kind to yourself in moments of struggle. The journey of transformation isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. Thank you for being part of this journey of self-discovery.